How's everybody doing today? This is Corey Lee's Boxing, and we're back with another banger. So yeah, today I want to talk about Adrien the Problem Broner versus Timothy Desert Storm Bradley. Yeah. So they're definitely in talks right now. The fight, if it were to happen, it would be on the Mikey Garcia, Robert Easter Jr. undercard. So with that being said, the fight is supposed to take place around July 28th. That's the same time that Adrien Broner fought last year. And that's near my birthday. Fun fact. But yeah, Timothy Bradley is he has a record right now of 33-2 with 13 knockouts. His last fight was against Manny Pacquiao in 2016. And yeah, before that he stopped Brandon Rios, and before that he got a unanimous decision against the undefeated Jesse Vargas. The same Jesse Vargas that got a draw against Adrien Broner. And maybe that's why Timothy Bradley is coming out of retirement. Timothy Bradley has not fought in 2 years, okay? He is noted to balloon up on his off season. He's been off for 2 years. So I can only imagine the weight that he has to cut. That's a big factor. That's what I said on my live as well when the news broke that this fight was in talks. And my personal opinion is, man, Adrien Broner, say what you may about Adrien Broner, this motherfucker fights anybody. He had a tune-up fight against Adrian Granados. A tune-up. If you know anything about Adrian Granados, yes, he has a bunch of losses, but this guy is a fucking animal. And a lot of people thought Adrian Granados maybe won that fight, Adrien Granados gave Sean Porter hell, and he's a tough out for anybody. And I think that that was a good measuring stick to see where Adrien Broner was at that time. But moving fast forward, he just came off of a draw against Jesse Vargas, which many thought could have been a draw. Which many thought Jesse Vargas could have won, and many thought that Adrien Broner could have won. He's still around. He got a draw. I did say if he lost, I was not going to pick him ever again. But he got a draw, and it was a fun fight. So with that being said, I got to, with a draw being what it may, he didn't win, he didn't lose. He just showed us a fucking hell of a fight, So if he were to fight a guy like Timothy Bradley, my personal opinion is I would have to pick a guy like Adrien Broner. Just by eye test, Timothy Bradley being off for 2 years, Adrien Broner being active, being fit, being ready to go, I would have, just first off, I would have to pick Adrien Broner. Now, if I see Timothy Bradley get in shape and fucking look like he wants it again, then yeah, I might sway my pick towards Timothy Bradley. But just off the eye test alone, I would have to go with Adrien Broner, Adrien Broner is still a threat, between 140 and 147. He's a tweener. This fight, I think that this fight has to be at 147 for this fight to get made. I don't think Timothy Bradley can go down to 144. That's a lot to ask out of a guy that's been out for 2 years and that has, balloons up so high in weight. You know what I mean? But with that being said, man, like I said, I've seen Timothy Bradley too, on some weigh-ins, like the Parodnikov weigh-in. I mean, the guy looked depleted, man, and like I said, man, if he can't get down to 144, may it all be with him. It is what it is, he'll surprise the hell out of me if he can get down to 144. But I think weight plays a big part in this fight getting made. If Timothy Bradley can make the weight, more power to him. So yeah, I mean, my personal opinion is, and then another thing is, Timothy Bradley is 35 years old. 34 years old. Timothy Bradley right now, ladies and gentlemen, is 34 years old, okay? And with that being 34 and Adrien Broner, I think it's like 29. I mean, you gotta give the age to Adrien Broner too, you know? And Timothy Bradley, man, he's been in some hellacious wars. I mean, wow, man. The guy, the Parodnikov war he was in was outstanding. And then you got Adrien Broner, man. Wow, he's been in some wars. He just came off of a war with Jesse Vargas. I think he could have stopped them if he would have pressed on the gas towards the back end of the fight. He didn't. He got a draw. That's what happens if you don't finish a guy when he's hurt. I know for a fact Jesse Vargas was hurt. He didn't finish him. He got a draw. He's got to learn from his mistakes, though, man. He's getting older. Adrien Broner I'm talking about is getting older. And I honestly think that, you know, if he loses to Timothy Bradley, if is a big if, but if he loses to Timothy Bradley, a guy that's retired right now, but yeah, if he loses to a guy like Timothy Bradley, man, I think it's a wrap for Adrien Broner, man. I mean, you're losing to a retired guy coming off a loss at that. Mind you, he did lose to Timothy Bradley. The last loss did come. I mean, his last fight did come to a loss from Manny Pacquiao, the great, you know, the future Hall of Famer. But still, you know, like I said, I mean, Timothy Bradley, you know, he's getting up there in age. He's been in wars. I mean, the guy said the Parodnikov fight, the guy said, you know, he for sure had a concussion after the fight. You know, he had a headache for a while after the fight. You know, he had to, you know, do brain scans and brain tests after the fight, man. It was a brutal war. Fight of the year type of fight, man. And, you know, like I said, man, Adrien Broner's been in a bunch of wars himself. You know, the Adrian Granados, the one offhand, Jesse Vargas. So, yeah, with everything being said, man, the fight's definitely in talks right now. If you want to donate to Corey Lee's Boxing, you can donate to the PayPal at Corey Lee's Boxing. I would put the link in the description. And yeah, man, please smash the hell out of that like button. And, you know, please subscribe. You know, I'm trying to get to 1,000 sooner than later. And I appreciate all of the support, man. Definitely, man. You know, this channel doesn't move without you guys, you know. So I appreciate that, man. And so till the next time, man. Peace.